This is a recap of what occurred today on day 4 of the speeding trooper unaliving trial. Anthony Scott took the stand today in his own defense to describe what he occurred happened the night of September 26 of 2015 when two teenagers were unalived due to a car crash involving the former state trooper and the surviving victims. Scott testified he noticed a car to the left and went right to the right lane to avoid the car, but he noticed that the car continued to travel, so he went back left, which is abiding by his training that he experienced in state trooper school. Scott testified he was able to get the driver, which we know was Dylan, out of the vehicle and to put him on the shoulder of the road until help could arrive, and that concluded his involvement in the accident that night. On cross-examination, the prosecution highlighted that moments before his crash, Scott had stopped a vehicle and wrote a speeding ticket for them going 96 miles per hour. The prosecution also highlighted that Scott was trained in trooper school, the rules of the road, and the dangers of speeding, and the purpose of speed limits. Scott testified to writing about 15 to 20 speeding tickets a month as a state trooper over his course of his career, which was 4 years as a state trooper. Prosecution also noted that Scott was aware that at the time of the accident, the speed limit was 55 miles per hour. Take a listen to what some of the questions the prosecution had for Scott.
And they sent us back to do a simulator for that.
You remember how long ELOC was?
3 weeks.
Okay, so 3 weeks where they teach you how to operate your patrol vehicle,
Yes.
right? Operate in emergency situations, defensive driving, skid control,
Yes, ma'am.
steering, braking, precision driving,
Yes, ma'am.
all of those things. You had an additional 2 hours of patrol simulated driving.
But might have been what I was just talking about, I'm not sure.
Okay, and April of 2014, pursuit liability and due regard.
Yes, ma'am, that has to do with running the lots inside of the system.
Okay, and then in June of 2014, another patrol simulated driving course.
If that's what it says, yes.
Okay, and then again in 2015, your pursuit liability and due regard, once again. Okay.
Ultimately, the prosecution did a great job at the end of his closing, stating that Anthony was not doing lights and sirens, there was no emergency call, and he was speeding. Closing arguments are set for tomorrow, and I think the jury is going to have a tough time deciding this, but I believe that Scott is guilty as charged. But let's see how things turn out. You let me know how you feel.